Hello, this is Greg from AdoptionFriend.com. Do you ever find yourself getting triggered by your children's behaviors? And do you just lose it sometimes and you feel so embarrassed afterwards? Do you sometimes feel like a failure because you've lost it and you've been triggered? I want to take a few minutes to simply encourage you and let you know that you are not a failure. Of course you get triggered by your children's behaviors, all right? Of course you get triggered by your children's behaviors because their behaviors disrupt your sense of felt safety. We love to have our homes as a safe place of peace and refuge from the world. And when you come home and you find holes in the walls, precious possessions broken, TV thrown on the ground, right? If you have to lock everything up, you lock up your money, your medicines, things like that, it disrupts our sense of felt safety. If you go and discover feces and urine way outside the toilet, it disrupts your felt safety. The disrespect that you might receive because everything that you say gets pushed back and it's an argument. Our children's challenging behaviors can disrupt our sense of felt safety, but they also disrupt our relationships. So many times we adoptive and foster parents end up at odds with our partners in parenting, with our beloved ones, because we disagree about how we should respond to these challenging behaviors. End up at odds with the one who we love and adore and are glad to be in relationship with. It also disrupts our relationships with friends and family. Sometimes friends quit hanging out with us or family quit hanging out with us because of the challenging behaviors of our kids. Or we need to cut off those relationships because they are so negative and we're always being judged about our children's behaviors and how we're parenting them. And so we cut them off because it's just not healthy for us. So disrupted felt safety, disrupted relationships, and in so many ways we lose our voice. All right. What happens is that nothing seems to work in our home. We feel powerless. We try this and we try this. We try reading all of these blogs and search the internet and listen to parenting advice and go to church and listen to the people there. And we simply feel powerless and hopeless, and we just are done. I want to offer you a couple of just encouraging words. Number one, you are not alone. All right? There are thousands of foster and adoptive parents who have had disrupted felt safety, disrupted relationships, and felt like they lost their voice. I myself have worked with hundreds of fantastic people who simply get triggered because they don't know what else to do. They're just at the end of their rope. Okay? You're not a bad parent. You're not a bad person. What's going on is basically the woundedness and the trauma of your children and their needs are so much higher than just the standard parenting skills. You're a great parent. The trouble is that our children's needs and therefore their behaviors are so much more challenging. And I simply want to add one more thing that Jason Johnson, author of Reframing Foster Care, said at a conference I was at, and he said these words: "Your life would be easier if you didn't do hard things." Your life would be easier if you didn't do hard things. Raising children who experienced early trauma, abuse, and neglect is difficult. It is one of the hard things. I'm glad that I was able to connect with you here. If you'd like more insights and videos, please check out Adoption Friend on Facebook or Adoption Friend on Instagram or adoptionfriend.com. Take care.